I will sing of your love and justice. To you, Lord, I will sing praise. Psalm 101. My child, sit beside me and listen closely. Today I want to speak to you about a song of commitment and purpose. This psalm is not just poetry. It is a guide for a life that pleases Jehovah. Imagine a king, David, sitting on his throne, reflecting on how to rule with justice and integrity. He begins by singing of love and justice, acknowledging that everything comes from me. Just like David, you too can begin each day with a heart full of praise, recognizing that I am the source of all goodness in your life. I will be careful to lead a blameless life. When will you come to me? I will conduct the affairs of my house with a blameless heart. Psalm 101:2. My child, David made a commitment to live with integrity, not just in public, but within his own home. He knew that true righteousness begins in the heart and is reflected in private life. Think of your home as a place where you can practice love and justice. When you choose to treat your family with patience, kindness, and respect, you are walking the blameless path. I am always by your side, waiting for you to invite me to walk with you. I will not look with approval on anything that is vile. I hate what faithless people do. I will have no part in it. Psalm 101:3. David made a decision to guard his eyes and heart from anything that could distract him from me. He rejected what was corrupt or dishonest. Today, you also face temptations that can pull your attention away from me. Be vigilant about what you allow into your mind and heart. Remember, I am your strength to resist temptation and stay firm in your faith. I will have nothing to do with a perverse heart. I will not tolerate what is evil. Psalm 101:4. David understood that the heart is the source of all actions. He chose to turn away from anything that could corrupt his soul. Just like David, you can choose to protect your heart. When you seek me in prayer and meditation, I purify your heart and strengthen you to resist evil. Trust me to guide you in every decision. Whoever slanders their neighbor in secret, I will put to silence. Whoever has haughty eyes and a proud heart, I will not tolerate. Psalm 101. My child, David took a firm stand against slander and pride because he knew these attitudes corrode the heart and destroy harmony among people. When you hear words of gossip or slander, choose not to participate. Instead, be a peacemaker, someone who promotes reconciliation and truth. As for pride, remember that a haughty heart distances itself from me, but a humble heart finds grace and favor. Be like those who seek peace and humility, and I will always be by your side, strengthening you. My eyes will be on the faithful in the land, that they may dwell with me. The one whose walk is blameless will minister to me. Psalm 101. David knew that integrity is a reflection of my character. He sought to surround himself with faithful people because he knew that the company of the righteous strengthens spiritual walk. Just like David, choose to be close to those who share your faith and values. These are the ones who build you up, encourage you, and help you keep your focus on me. Remember, my child, I see and approve of those who live with integrity. They are like trees planted by streams of water, bearing fruit in due season. Be an example of faithfulness and righteousness, and you will be a blessing to those around you. No one who practices deceit will dwell in my house. No one who speaks falsely will stand in my presence. Psalm 101:7. David understood that the holiness of my sanctuary requires truth and honesty. He knew that deceit and lies are contrary to my character. My child, I am the God of truth, and I desire that you live honestly in every area of your life. When you choose truth, even in difficult situations, you demonstrate your trust in me. Reject lies and dishonesty, for they create barriers between us. I am always ready to help you live righteously and be a witness of my truth in the world. Every morning I will put to silence all the wicked in the land. I will cut off every evildoer from the city of the Lord. Psalm 101:8. David ends this psalm with a commitment to justice. He knew that wickedness has no place in my kingdom. Just like him, you can work to remove evil from your life and the world around you. This does not mean judging others, but living in a way that reflects my justice and love. When you do this, you become a light in a world full of darkness. David, in writing Psalm 101, demonstrates a deep commitment to righteousness, integrity, and justice. He not only set a standard for himself, but also for those around him. This psalm reflects my desire for the hearts of all my children, a heart that seeks truth, rejects evil, and lives in communion with me. Blessed are those who keep his statutes and seek him with all their heart. Psalm 119:2. Just as David sought to live a life of integrity, I bless those who seek me with sincerity and devotion. When you choose to live according to my commandments, you experience the true joy and peace that only I can give. The heart is deceitful above all things and beyond cure. Who can understand it? I, the Lord, search the heart and examine the mind, to reward each person according to their conduct, according to what their deeds deserve. Jeremiah 17:9-10. David knew that the human heart is prone to error, which is why he committed to turning away from evil and living with integrity. My child, I know your heart and your thoughts. When you turn to me, I purify your heart and enable you to live in a way that pleases me. If we confess our sins, he is faithful and just and will forgive us our sins and purify us from all unrighteousness. 1 John 1:9. Even when you fail, I am here, ready to forgive and restore you. David was not perfect, but he had a repentant heart and constantly sought my presence. Just like him, you can come to me with confidence, knowing that I am faithful to forgive and purify. Psalm 101 challenges us to live a life of integrity, where our actions and words reflect the character of God. David shows us that the pursuit of righteousness is not just an ideal, but a daily practice that begins in the heart. He rejected slander, lies, and pride, and chose to surround himself with faithful and upright people. This attitude teaches us that integrity is not just about what we do when others are watching, but about who we are when we are alone before Jehovah. Ask yourself, am I living in a way that pleases God in every area of my life? Am I being honest, just, and faithful in my actions and relationships? Remember that Jehovah does not demand perfection, but he delights in a heart willing to change and seek his presence. Just like David, you can choose today to reject evil and embrace good, trusting that God will be by your side every step of the way. As it is written, whoever walks in integrity walks securely, but whoever takes crooked paths will be found out. Proverbs 10:9. Let this promise be a reminder that integrity brings security and peace, and that living righteously is the best way to honor God and impact those around you. Make integrity the foundation of your life, and you will see how Jehovah will transform your circumstances and use your life as a testimony for his glory. When the psalm speaks of I will not set before my eyes anything that is vile, Psalm 101:3, think of a modern analogy. Imagine your mind as a house and your eyes as the windows. What you allow through those windows shapes the environment inside. Just as you wouldn't let trash into your home, you should also guard your mind and heart against content that corrupts your faith and values. Consider how technology and social media can be a blessing or a distraction. Choose wisely what you consume, as it directly influences your spiritual walk. My dear listener, Psalm 101 is more than words written centuries ago. It is a living invitation to transform your life today. Imagine what it would be like to live with an integral heart, free of guilt, surrounded by people who build you up and inspire you. Imagine the peace of knowing that your choices please God, that He approves your paths, and that His presence is constant in your life. Following the counsel of this psalm can change everything. By rejecting lies, pride, and slander, you make room for truth, humility, and love. By pursuing integrity, you build deeper relationships, gain confidence in yourself, and above all, experience the joy of walking side by side with Jehovah. He not only watches your journey, but walks with you, strengthening and guiding you. Remember, every small decision you make to live righteously is a step toward a fuller, more meaningful life aligned with God's purpose for you. Today is the day to begin. Choose integrity, choose truth, choose to live to please God. And know that in doing so, you will not only transform your own life, but be a light to all those around you. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they will be filled. Matthew 5:6. May you hunger for integrity and thirst for justice, and may Jehovah satisfy your soul with His peace and love. Every day is an opportunity to change the course of our lives and follow Christ in His teachings. Start your day with prayer and end it with gratitude.